Welcome back to day 2 of the Women's Success Summit. So, my session for this morning, what I want to discuss with you is the fact that business is not magical, it is formulaic. Write that down. Business is not magical, it is formulaic. Your business is not an exception to the rule. I hear from people all the time, but Amy, my business is different. Or you don't understand my circumstances. It won't work for you like it does for me because my life is blah, 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 blah. Or yeah, my clients just don't like email marketing, or my clients just aren't on social media, or my clients just aren't whatever. Or my favorite, I can't do it because, followed by some excuse. My friends, don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me what you can. That is one of the most powerful principles of business that I have learned as an entrepreneur. When I launched my business, I mentioned this earlier, but when I launched my business, I had 5 little boys. I had a newborn baby, I had an 18-month-old, I had a kindergartner, a second grader, and a fifth grader. My husband was working nights, and then he would go to school during the day, and then he would come back home and he would sleep. And there were so many situations in my circumstance that made me feel like I was the exception to the rule. But I can't travel. I'm a speaker who can't travel. I can't even go out and do networking meetings. That doesn't work for me because I got these 2 little babies relying on me for life support. My clients are also a lot of women, and they can't blah, blah, blah. I had all of the things. And one day I remember, as the laundry list of the reasons why it wasn't going to work were stacking up and I was feeling my energy start to drain, I remember having this word to myself. And I said, Amy, don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me what you can. And in that moment, I said, I could train online. Now, this was 10 years ago. I'm not saying there wasn't other people doing webinars and there weren't other people doing summits, but it was kind of just getting going. And so I started doing summits and I started doing joint venture webinars, and I was consistent at showing up in the way that I could. And guess what? My clients loved it as well. That was the beginning of where we are today. We hosted that year 2 in-person events. We hosted about 50 joint venture webinars, and we hosted, I think, 1 expert summit. And in the course of doing that, and by the way, the 50 joint venture webinars were really simple. It was like every Tuesday at noon, I invited a different person to do a joint venture webinar with me. And I think we did miss a couple of weeks in there, but we were really, really consistent. And if I couldn't find a partner, I did it myself. But I just showed up consistently in that way. At the end of that year, we had generated over 2,500 organic leads without having to pay for ads. And we had generated $110,000 in sales. Because I asked myself the question, what can you do? There are certain things that are required of you in business. You have to generate leads for your business. You have to have sales conversations. But how you do that, that's where you find ways to show up how it fits your specific business and your specific circumstances. I'm not saying you're making up your circumstances. I'm saying stop letting your circumstances stop you from reaching the higher levels of success. Next principle that I want to share with you. Business is not magical, it is formulaic. And here is the success formula. It is mindset plus skill set plus activity. When you have all 3 of those in place, you will be successful in your business. When any one of those 3 is dropped, or it's out of whack, or it's out of balance, your success will be difficult to come by, and it will be almost impossible to maintain. If you have ever felt yourself working hard, and then you get tired and you stop to take a breath, and during the breath, your business falls apart, then you are missing one piece of this puzzle. And we have to get all 3 in place. Let's talk about mindset. Are you the higher self, the best version of you, the girl with the dream? Are you the one that is running the programming in your head? Or is your programming being fueled by doubt, by fear, by distraction? Is it being fueled and influenced by criticism from others? Perfectionism, which in my book is just self-aggrandized avoidance. oh, I don't want to do anything because I'm such a perfectionist. Unless I can give it 100%, I'm just not ready to do it. Avoidance. Or, yeah, I'm working on this. I can't get it out there yet because it's just not ready. It needs more development. Avoidance. Perfectionism is just simply self aggrandized avoidance. And when you embrace that fact, you will move past it because you will allow yourself to be in the space where you are willing to take hold of what needs to be done today. And done is better than perfect. Is your mindset and your mental programming being fueled by societal programming or familial programming or past trauma? Or are you blaming other people for your situations? When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. That is the first step of the formula. And it is a daily practice. It is a daily activity. It is not something that you get and you go through a season of mental mindset shifting and up leveling your thinking. And then you're like, I'm good. I've overcome scarcity. No, you haven't. You feel good now, but it's just like showers. I am frequently reminding some of the children in my home, depending on ages, they do get this message at some point, but like showering is a regular activity. This is not a once in a week activity. It's not a when you get super dirty activity. You shower regularly, consistently. Why? Because I don't want you to stink. So when we look at our mindset, this is a regular activity. I spend time every day starting out my day by making sure that I am mentally, spiritually, physically connected. We'll talk more about that. But that doesn't last even the whole entire day. I get negative feedback from someone and I have to work on my mindset. I get told no when I thought it was going to be a yes, and I have to work on my mindset. I realize that I've overplanned for the day and I can't get everything done. And now I'm feeling like I'm failing and I have to work on my mindset. Mindset work is something that you anchor at the beginning of the day, you anchor at the end of the day, and then you recalibrate many times throughout the day, because the best gift that you can give yourself as an entrepreneur is making your mind actually work for you instead of against you. Your brain is brilliant. It's smart. It has great ideas. And it also has programming that runs alongside the greatness, is this program called safety, security, and status quo. And if you want to move beyond that, you have to move this programming out of the way and really program your mind for greatness. So take control of your thoughts and you will take control of your life. Next is skill set. How many of you have ever told yourself, I can't do that. I don't know how to. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to use technology. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to whatever the thing is. Or the other version of this is, it's just not me. I'm just not a marketer. I'm just not a salesperson. I'm just not very techie. You don't know how to do it, but here is the powerful word that will change your life: yet. I'm just not a salesperson yet. I just don't know how to close deals yet. I just don't know how to market yet. I don't know how to use TikTok yet. Everything that you need to know in your business is learnable if you're willing to learn it. If your current skill level is directly reflected in your current level of business and activity. So if you want to raise the business level and you're already like working hard and putting in the time, you've got to seriously consider raising up your skill level in order to match that, because it's skill and activity and mindset that are all creating where you're at today. So here are some of the skills that we get to master as business owners. We get to master sales. We get to master marketing, which is both organic marketing and paid lead generation. We get to master leadership. We get to master our finances. We get to master hiring and team building and leading. We get to master fulfillment. Now, here is what I have observed. There are far too many entrepreneurs that spend all of their education time learning to be better at the thing that they sell. They learn to be better at their fulfillment. What this means is I'm a massage therapist, and so I attend every year conferences to make me a better massage therapist. I'm a speaker, so I'm always hiring speaker coaches. Can I just tell you that the game changer happens when you tell yourself, I am good enough at my fulfillment, and you spend your education time in the other areas of your business. Now, you don't have to be a master at all of these areas. Someone else can do a lot of the work for you, but you do need to understand them well enough so that you know that they're being done correctly. You need to know that when you're hiring someone, they're going to be good or they're not going to be good and they're not going to get hired. You need to know if they're the problem or if you're the problem, right? So you need to be educated on all the areas of your business so that you can run it properly. If you cannot see your business with this level of structure and this level of support, then you, my friend, need to go back to step number one, and you need to work on your business mindset, because there's something in your mindset that is making you believe that your business is only capable of being small. Solopreneur is a code word for very small business with lack of support. It just is. I want you to envision yourself leading a company, not just building a job where you work for yourself and sometimes you get paid and sometimes you don't. A job where you have no paid vacations, no benefits, and no manager or boss to turn to and share the load when the pressure gets to be too much. That's not a desirable job. I want you to build a company, a business that you absolutely love to run. Now let's talk about activity. That is the third part of our puzzle here. We have mindset, we have skill set, we have activity. You have to show up in your business if you want your business to show up for you. Pick a schedule that's realistic and doable for you. Quit asking the impossible of yourself and then being disappointed when you can't provide it. Decide how many hours that you have and are able and willing to give to your business, and then give those hours 100% of your focus, 100% of your talent, 100% of your determination, 100% of your discipline during those hours. As a mom of five boys, actively involved in my church and community, running a successful company, I don't work 40 hours a week on my business. I mean, I clearly work 40 hours a week, but it's just not all in my business. But in the times that I show up, you guys, I show up. So do the important things, the things that need to be done to move you forward, and stop hiding in the activities in your business that are comfortable for you. I want to talk a little bit about time management. Time management is a trigger for a lot of people because, especially as women in business, other people have a lot of impact on how your time goes. Can I get an amen on that? Like, I set up my ideals for what's going to happen that day. And then my son comes to me at 7:00 at night and says, Mom, I need a black shirt for tomorrow because we're having a dress rehearsal. And I'm like, don't you have a black shirt? They told us 3 weeks ago to get one and you said you were fine. Yeah, I checked. I don't have a black shirt. Awesome, right? That true story happened last night. So other people have a lot of impact over our time. So let me shoot you straight about time. You cannot control it. You cannot create it. You cannot find more of it, but you can partner with it. Let's talk about what that looks like. I have 7 tips for you on how to partner with time. Build your schedule around your body's energy flow. I am a morning person. I am productive in the morning. I am tired and sluggish and not really good for much at night. So schedule your time according to where your body has the highest level of energy. And look at that within the month as well. If there are certain times when you feel like you're more tired, let those be your introspection and planning days. And make your high output days your high energy days. Next is time block. Give yourself the gift of focus. I know that we're really good at juggling lots of things in our family life, but when it comes to work, give yourself the gift of focus. Dedicate 1 day to content creation per month. You'll get more done than if you were trying every single day to create content or once a week to create content. Give yourself 1 day for content creation. Give yourself 1 day each week to dedicate to marketing, 1 day each week to dedicate to sales, but allow yourself to set up a schedule that allows you to go deep instead of hopping back and forth between multiple tasks. And then at the end of the day, you feel like you got nothing done, but you worked real hard, but nothing feels done. Next, create a 6 most important things list for your business each day and do those things first, which leads me into number 4. Take care of your business needs before you start focusing on everyone else's needs. Your clients will need things from you. Your team members will need things from you. And if you go into the office and you start jumping into all of that, you will never get to the things that you need from you. And that's important. Number 5, start your day with self-care. Maybe that happens before the kids are up. Maybe it's right after they leave the house and go to school. But this is part of giving your business 100% of yourself. You need to be at 100% when it gets time to work. Number 6, adopt my mantra. I will share it with you. Businesses, write this down. Businesses are not made or broken in a day, a week, a month, or even a year. I am in business for the marathon, not the sprint. And number 7, stop responding to normal distractions like they are emergencies. They're not emergencies. They are normal distractions. Things come into our life. Things will pop up every single day that could throw us off course. And let me tell you, if it is a true emergency, I'm there for it. If my sister calls me and says, my child is in the hospital and I need you to fly out because it's serious, I will be on a plane. I am there for it. But if my neighbor calls me and says, hey, could you meet the UPS guy at the house because I know you're home? I'm not there for it. I'm home because this is where my office is. But I apply this rule. If I would be at someone else's business and I were working in an office and somebody called me with this request, would I say yes or no? If I would say yes, then sure, I'll say yes. But if I wouldn't drive away from some other place of business in order to meet my neighbor's UPS guy, then I'm not going to do it when I'm at home because I get to honor and respect my business at the highest level. I can't expect anyone else to respect it more than I do. You guys, you have so much potential. There are wonderful things awaiting for you or awaiting you as you step into this new higher level of doing business. And I cannot wait to see your success.